Hello friends, this is Rashmi Singh. Welcome to my channel Unraveling Science. Solutions for metals and non-metals, class 10, chapter 3, part 2. Back exercises. Which of the following pairs will give displacement reaction? A. NaCl solution and copper metal. B. Magnesium chloride solution and aluminium metal. C. Iron sulfate and silver metal. And D. Silver nitrate and copper metal. Correct answer is D. Silver nitrate and copper metal. As you can see here in the reactivity series, copper is above silver, whereas in case A, copper is below sodium, in B, aluminium is below magnesium, and in C, silver is below iron. Which of the following methods is suitable for preventing an iron frying pan from rusting? A. Applying grease. B. Applying paint. C. Applying a coat of zinc. Or D. All of these. Theoretically, all the three methods are helpful. However, constituents of both grease and paints are mostly organic compounds. They cannot withstand heat and do not last. Therefore, applying a coat of zinc is the best method. So, option C is correct. Third, an element reacts with oxygen to give a compound with high melting point. This compound is also water soluble. The element is likely to be A. Calcium, B. Carbon, C. Silicon, and D. Iron. Correct answer is calcium. Calcium combines with oxygen to form calcium oxide, which has very high melting point, and calcium oxide dissolve in water to form calcium hydroxide. Fourth, food cans are coated with tin and not with zinc because A. Zinc is costlier than tin. Zinc has higher melting point than tin. C. Zinc is more reactive than tin. And D. Zinc is less reactive than tin. The correct answer is C. Zinc is more reactive than tin. Fifth, you are given a hammer, a battery, a bulb, wires, and switch. How could you use them to distinguish between the samples of metals and non-metals? And B. Assess the usefulness of these tests in distinguishing between metals and non-metals. Answer. With the hammer we can beat the sample and if can be beaten into thin sheets, that is, it is malleable and these are metal, otherwise they are non-metals. Similarly, we can use the battery, bulb, wires and the switch to set up a circuit with the sample. If the sample conduct electricity, then it is a metal, otherwise it's a non-metal. The above tests are useful in distinguishing between metals and non-metals as they are based on physical properties. No chemical reactions are involved in these tests. Sixth, what are amphoteric oxide? Give two examples of amphoteric oxides. The oxides which behave as an acid as well as a base are called amphoteric oxides. Example, aluminium oxide and zinc oxide. They both react with acid as well as base to give salt and water. Seventh, name two metals which will displace hydrogen from dilute acid and two metals which will not. Iron and aluminium will displace hydrogen from dilute acid as they are more reactive than hydrogen. Mercury and copper cannot displace hydrogen from dilute acid as they are less reactive than hydrogen. Eighth, in the electrolytic refining of a metal M, what would you take as an anode, a cathode and electrolyte? So in electrolytic refining of a metal M, anode will be impure metal M, cathode will be thin strip of pure metal M, and electrolyte will be Solution of salt of metal M. Ninth, Pratyush took sulfur powder on a spatula and heated it. He collected the gas evolved by inverting a test tube over it, as shown in the figure. What will be the action of the gas on dry litmus paper and moist litmus paper? B. Write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction taking place. There will be no action on dry litmus paper. The color of litmus paper will turn red because sulfur is non-metal and the oxides of non-metals are acidic in nature. The chemical equation for the reaction taking place will be sulfur plus oxygen gives sulfur dioxide, and when sulfur dioxide reacts with moist dry litmus paper, it forms sulfuric acid. State 2 ways to prevent rusting of iron. Rusting of iron can be prevented by applying grease or paint or by galvanization, that is applying a coating of zinc. 11. What type of oxides are formed when non-metals combined with oxygen? When non-metals combined with oxygen, neutral or acidic oxides are formed. Example, acidic oxides like nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide, and neutral oxides like nitrogen monoxide and carbon monoxide. 12. Give reason for the following. A. Platinum, gold and silver are used to make jewelry. Answer is, it is because they are very lustrous and are less reactive and do not corrode easily. B. Sodium, potassium and lithium are stored under oil. It is because they are very reactive metals. They react vigorously with air as well as water. They are kept immersed in kerosene oil in order to prevent their contact with air and moisture. Aluminium is highly reactive metal, yet it is used to make utensil for cooking. This is because aluminium is a good conductor of heat. Aluminium forms a layer of aluminium oxide at high temperature, which prevents further corrosion. D. Carbonates and sulfide ores are usually converted into oxide during the process of extraction. It is because it is easier to obtain metals directly from their oxide than from their carbonates and sulfide. The carbonates and sulfide ores are first transformed to oxide to obtain the metal. You must have seen tarnished copper vessel being cleaned with lemon or tamarind juice. Explain why these sour substances are effective in cleaning the vessels. Copper metal corrodes to form copper carbonate and get tarnished on cleaning with lemon or tamarind juice. Acids present in them, that is citric and tartaric acid, dissolves the copper carbonate, thereby cleaning the vessels. Differentiate between metals and non-metals on the basis of their chemical properties. So, first point is metals are electropositive, that is they lose electrons to become positive ion, and non-metals are electronegative, they gain electrons to become negative ions. Second is oxide of metals are basic in nature and oxide of non-metals are acidic in nature. Third point is metals displace hydrogen from dilute acid. Non-metals cannot displace hydrogen from dilute acids. Fourth is metal form chlorides, which are electrovalent or ionic compounds, and non-metals form chlorides, which are covalent compounds. Fifth, metals react with water to form oxides and hydroxide, and non-metals do not react with water. Fifth, a man went door to door posing as a goldsmith. He promised to bring back the glitters of old and dull gold ornaments. An unsuspecting lady gave a set of golden bangles to him, which he dipped in a particular solution. The bangles sparkled like new, but their weight was reduced drastically. The lady was upset, but the futile argument, the man beat a hasty retreat, Can you play the detective to find out the nature of the solution he has used? Now, the solution he has used was aqua regia. Aqua regia is a Latin word which means royal water. It is a mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1. It is capable of dissolving metals like gold and platinum. Since the outer layer of gold bangle is dissolved in aqua regia, so the weight was reduced drastically. 16. Give reason why copper is used to make hot water tanks and not steel, which is an alloy of iron. Copper is used to make hot water tanks because of the following reason. First, copper is better conductor of heat than steel. Second, copper does not corrode easily, but steel does corrode easily. Third, copper does not react with water at any temperature, whereas iron reacts with water on heating. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe.